Hello friends, today's story is from Dhar district of Madhya Pradesh. There is a place Kukshi in the same Dhar district, Kukshi. A girl used to live here whose name is Pallavi, who is from an ordinary family. Pallavi was doing well in studies, but along with her studies, she had set a goal of joining the police service. She applied for recruitment in MP Police and took the exam in 2018. On the strength of her hard work and preparation, Pallavi's selection was done and she joined Madhya Pradesh Police as a constable. When Pallavi got a job in MP Police in 2018, her parents naturally started thinking about her marriage, as it often happens in Indian society. After marriage, parents feel that now her life has become stable and the right time for marriage has come. Hence Pallavi's parents started looking for boys for her. After 2 years, that is in December 2020, they found a good relationship. And her marriage was fixed. Her wedding card was also printed in 2020. As per the tradition, the first card of the wedding is offered to God. So Pallavi, along with her family members, had gone to the temple to offer the first wedding card. Everyone was happy about the day and everything seemed normal. After the prayer in the temple, when Pallavi and her family members were moving towards the car, suddenly a young man riding a motorcycle came fast and without any warning attacked Pallavi. A shot was fired and the bullet hit Pallavi's neck and she immediately fell down. The people present there were stunned by this unexpected attack. Before people could catch the man, he shot himself and the second bullet hit him in the chest. This whole incident happened within a few seconds and no one understood why all this was happening. Immediately Pallavi and the attacker were taken to the hospital. Luckily, both of their lives were saved, although Pallavi's life was seriously endangered due to the bullet in her neck. There was danger due to timely treatment. The condition of both became stable and after some time Pallavi was discharged from the hospital. Investigation revealed that the name of the person who attacked Pallavi was Karen, and Karen was a resident of the same Dhar district. Karen was one of those lovers who secretly loved one-sided Pallavi. Then Karen also loved Pallavi in his heart, but Pallavi was unaware about this, or perhaps she could not even understand his love. But then when Karen came to know that Pallavi's marriage has been fixed, he could not bear it. He talked to Pallavi. Then Pallavi said that it is too late now, my marriage has been fixed, now the wedding cards have started being distributed. It happened and now nothing can be done. This thing drove Karen crazy and he knew that she would go to the temple to give the first card of the wedding. He started following her. The date was December 2nd, 2020, and as soon as she returned from the temple, she was in her car. Then he fired the bullet in the hope that he would kill Pallavi, and then what would he do if he remained alive without Pallavi? So he shot the second bullet on his own chest. That is, he had to kill Pallavi and also die himself. Had to go, but the God had written something else. Both of their lives were saved. Police arrested Karen as soon as he recovered, produced him in the court and sent him to jail in a case of attempt to murder. Time passed and after this accident, Pallavi's marriage also broke down because then things started, and when there is talk that a boy is in love with a girl and starts shooting, then people in front also get scared and don't know what will happen after the marriage. Then this relationship broke down. The incident became a scary memory for Pallavi and her family, but Pallavi recovered from this incident and tried to rebuild her life. Pallavi went back to her police job. There is a Biora area outside their district where she was posted. She went there and found a police quarter in which she started living alone. Gradually, the time passed from 2020 to 2022. When Pallavi reaches there, a sub-inspector, Mr. Dipankar, meets her there. Both were in the police. Here, the story of Dipankar was that Dipankar was very smart in studies from the beginning. Earlier, he had got the job of a teacher from the state government, but he was not satisfied with just becoming a teacher because his dreams were even bigger. He would have worked as a teacher. After some time, his hard work paid off. He got selected in MP Police and became sub-inspector. Even after becoming SI, Dipankar did not stop. He took the exam of inspector in CRPF and was successful in that too, although he did CRPF training. Instead of going to the IAS, he continued working as an SI and also started preparing for UPSC so that one day he could become an IPS officer. During this time, he met a girl who was a teacher in Uttar Pradesh. Both of them liked each other in their first meeting. Gradually, their relationship changed into friendship and then into love. In 2021, Dipankar married the same girl. Now, the situation was that his wife was in Uttar Pradesh and Dipankar was posted in Madhya Pradesh. But whenever he got leave, Dipankar used to go to meet his wife. During this time, the story took an unexpected turn. In 2021, Pallavi also reaches Pachur police station where Dipankar was posted. Now the meetings between Dipankar and Pallavi started increasing. Their friendship deepened, and gradually this friendship turned into love. Dipankar, who was alone because his wife was away and up, started feeling a new peace due to his closeness with Pallavi, while Pallavi, who wanted to get rid of Karen's memories, both remained close to each other. Their relationship changed with time. Dipankar and Pallavi started meeting each other more often. They started visiting each other's quarters where they got a chance to express their feelings. Both of them started spending time with each other, and this relationship lasted for about 1.5 years. Everything went on like this, everything was going well. Then 2023 comes, and after about 3 years, Karen, who had first tried to shoot Pallavi and then himself, now comes out on bail to get out of jail. After this, Karen started searching for Pallavi. When he found Pallavi, he went to her and clarified his point. Karen said to Pallavi, "Look, the only reason I did what I did was because I loved you. When I heard that you were getting married, when it was decided and the card was printed, I felt that my life had no meaning left. I thought if you can't be mine, then you can't be anyone else's too. That's why I shot you and then shot myself too, because I couldn't live without you." He gave all her clarifications. Gradually, Pallavi felt that Karen loved her very much. Then one day Karen showed Pallavi that he had got her name tattooed on his chest so that he would always remember her. Seeing the tattoo, Pallavi became very impressed by the tattoo so that she could remember love and its importance. Karen made her fully realize his love in a way and told her that he truly loves her, but before that the story was different. Before this, there was nothing in Pallavi's life. She was going to get married and a boy crazy in love comes and shoots her. But now the story had changed. Dipankar sub-inspector had come in Pallavi's life. Well, Pallavi has now fallen in love with Karen again. She went and felt that this boy really loved her very much. Along with her closeness to Dipankar, Pallavi's relationship with Karen also started improving now that she was out of the house and lived in government quarters. When Karen saw that Pallavi often used the name Dipankar, when he talks to the policeman, his worries increase further. He suspects that maybe Dipankar is coming in the way of Pallavi's love. Karen asks Pallavi about this, and Pallavi tells him that Dipankar is only her friend and nothing else. It was also said that Dipankar is also in the police, but there is nothing between them. Despite this, a seed of doubt had been sown in Karen's heart. He felt that something was wrong, and he did not completely believe Pallavi's words. Due to this doubt, Karen started spying on Pallavi. He started keeping an eye on Pallavi's every activity so that he could know how deep is the relationship between Pallavi and Dipankar. Meanwhile, Pallavi now knew completely that Karen was the same person who had stopped her marriage and shot her and also shot himself, so he can do anything. Now she felt that Dipankar is already married. Pallavi decided that if Karen is ready to spend his life with her, then she should do the same. This should be done. On September 4th, farmers had gathered in Pachur demanding to reduce the price of soybean to Rs 6,000. During this, SI Dipankar had reached Pachur in connection with his duty. After the duty was over, he went to meet Pallavi at her official residence. When Dipankar and Pallavi were talking, suddenly Karen arrived. Seeing Karen inside, Dipankar asked, "Who are you?" Karen replied, "I am Pallavi's husband." Dipankar was surprised and said that Pallavi never told about the marriage. This created discord between Karen and Dipankar. They came face to face for the first time. A dispute started between the two regarding their relationship with Pallavi. During the dispute, Pallavi tried to intervene, but Karen started beating her. Dipankar tried to stop Karen, but Karen tried to stop him also. After this entire incident of hand-holding, Dipankar called Pallavi's father and informed him about the situation, after which Dipankar returned to Beora. This incident created further complications in the relationship between Pallavi, Karen, and Dipankar. Pallavi was with Dipankar. She did not want to spoil her relationship, so she decided that she would go to Beora again the next day. She apologized to Dipankar and said that Karen is forcefully after me. He had even tried to take my life 3 years ago. After listening to Pallavi's words, everything became the same again between the two. On the other hand, Karen was angry with Dipankar for breaking up with Pallavi and telling her father about the assault. To end the daily disputes, finally on September 10th, Pallavi and Karen reaches Beora. Pallavi reached there and called Dipankar to meet her at Funda Market located on AP Road Highway and said that she wants to talk to him about something. By now Dipankar had come to know the truth about Karen, and he had also come to know that there is a boy in Pallavi's life. He also knew that he had shot Pallavi and himself, and he has come out now, so Dipankar also knew this whole story. Now Dipankar also knew that he is such a mad person, he can do anything, what to do. So many times when she had called him to meet before, Dipankar had refused, but on September 10th at around 1:30 p.m., Pallavi said that, "Look, I have to talk very important matters, you come." Now Dipankar agrees to meet, but Dipankar has also a fear in his mind that there might be something wrong. So at 3 p.m. he called his friend, a sub-inspector, and said that Pallavi has called me to meet her, but I am afraid that Karen is with her somewhere. They may planning to take my life, so you also reach the place where Pallavi called me. Friend says okay, I will reach. Dipankar reaches the place told by him on his motorcycle. When he goes there, Pallavi and Karen both were sitting. Both come out of the car. Dipankar gets down from the motorcycle, and then there is a conversation. She says we love each other and now you do not interfere in our lives. Karna says that you have no right to call Pallavi's father. This conversation kept going on, but Dipankar was also feeling cheated. He said that this relationship of about 1.5 to 2 years, and suddenly now Pallavi has changed because of Karen's love. When he used to do the same, he expressed his displeasure, and after expressing his displeasure and incomplete conversation, he picks up his bike and goes towards the village police station. As soon as he leaves from there on the motorcycle, Pallavi sits in the car, Karen sits on the driving seat. Both of them look at each other. They see and drive the car fast towards the same path on which Dipankar was going on his motorcycle. Suddenly he sees that motorcycle. The speed of the car increases. The speed of the car was about 100 kilometers, and at the same speed of 100 kilometers they hit that bike from behind. They hit the bike from behind on which Dipankar was sitting. As soon as the bike gets hit, the bike jumps in the air. After the collision, Dipankar jumped up 10 feet and fell 30 feet away. After that, Dipankar they kept dragging the vehicle for some distance, and the car drove away at the same speed of 100 kilometers. Coincidentally, at the place where this accident happened, there was a petrol pump, and a CCTV camera was installed on that petrol pump, and in that camera everything was recorded. It was a very dangerous accident. The speed, the collision, and the noise were so terrible that the people around would tremble just by hearing the sound. Meanwhile, after this accident, many pedestrians were passing by. There were people from the petrol pump. They suddenly saw it as a policeman's bike, so he was picked up and taken to the nearest hospital after the incident. On reaching the hospital, the doctor described his condition as serious and advised him to immediately refer him to Bhopal. On the other hand, after this accident, that car was found there. That car runs for about 20 minutes and runs around 1:10 p.m. in the afternoon. This accident happened at 1:30 p.m., but that car stops at the police station of the same area. The bonnet of the front of the car and other things are there. The car was broken due to the accident. Take it to the police station. Pallavi gets down from the car and gets stopped. Karen gets down and goes to the police station. She introduces herself. She says, "I am a lady constable, and just now a biker came in front of our car. We lost control of the car, and that bike collided with car, and our car met with an accident. Since I am a police officer, I have come to write a report. I don't know what his condition is, but you see, as soon as the police gets the news, the police team immediately goes back to find out where. By then, the police would have come to know that this accident had happened. By now, the top officers had received the news that a sub-inspector's bike has been blown up, and he has been dragged to such a distance that some people go to the police station and tell. The collision was so strong that the SI jumped and fell in front of the bonnet of the car, after which the car hit him twice. Not only this, 2 people sitting in the car also kept dragging the injured SI Dipankar from the vehicle for some distance. When the statement came, even the MP police were shocked. They felt that something was wrong. Then they came to know that a lady constable herself reached the police station and took responsibility for this accident. The lady constable recorded her statement and left from there, on her way to Bhopal. Dipankar, that is sub-inspector of police, died on the way. Now after the death, when the police investigated and got the CCTV footage, it became clear that it was not an unintentional accident. That speed of the vehicle and then the manner in which the bike was thrown and then taking the sub-inspector who had fallen on the bonnet to a distance cannot be an accident. Usually, after an accident, people leave their car, but he was running at a higher speed. From there, the police became suspicious and the police investigated silently. When investigated, Pallavi's old story, that shooting incident of 2020, her love with Karen, her relationship with Dipankar, and the entire story of this love triangle came to light. As this whole story came to light, the police picked up Lady Constable Pallavi and picked up Karen along with her. There was an entire night of interrogation in the police station, and finally Pallavi broke down and confessed to her crime. Karna wanted to keep the married Dipankar away from Pallavi forever. Under this plan, he prepared Pallavi for the murder of Dipankar and hatched a conspiracy for this. Pallavi first called Dipankar and called him to meet her, but Karna was also present there. Sensing the danger, Dipankar started returning on his bike, but then Pallavi and Karna came from behind in the car, and after finding Dipankar, they hit Dipankar on the highway itself. After this, both of them surrendered in the police station and tried to call the matter an accident, but due to the testimony of eyewitnesses and old history, the secret of murder was revealed, that is, a sub-inspector died due to love triangle. We get many important lessons from this story. In the story, Karen's passion and frustration push him towards violence, which endangers not only his own life, but also the lives of others. People often end up in extreme situations out of extreme love or hate, which are dangerous. Pallavi's story shows how complex the conflict between social pressure and personal emotions can be. The pressures of her marriage situation and former relationships influenced her decisions that ultimately led to violence. Dipankar and Pallavi. In the story of how lies and deception took the life of an innocent person, it shows how serious a situation hiding the truth and lying can lead to. It is important to understand the consequences of any action and take responsibility. Pallavi and Karna accepted responsibility for the crimes, but before that many lives had been ruined. This incident also teaches us that solving personal problems and emotional pressures requires the right guidance and correction. Keep listening to our story. Thank you for sharing. I will be back with similar true incidents and lessons. Till then, stay safe, stay alert, and remember how important it is to take the right steps in any suspicious situation. Thank you.